Good morning. It's the full moon, November 27, 2023. Full beaver moon. It's one of the Native American names, and a Native American animal has no Sanskrit yoga pose. There's no beaver pose that I'm aware of. So we'll celebrate the moon. That's the universal. If you have available for supported fish pose, a blanket that you can roll into a kind of a thin, long shape that's a little wider than your back, or 2 pair of blocks, and just anything for comfort, like a little pillow would be nice as well. So our blanket can be underneath us. One way to, and I usually do this at the end with the blanket, is to come up with it and sit a little while with the blanket. So I'm going to just give myself that softness of the blanket here as I sit in easy pose. Bring yourself to easy pose. Settle. Making that internal connection with stillness and breathing. And then adding the tallness of the spine. The intentional rhythmic breathing. Let's do 5 rounds, breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your nose. Slowly breathing, no force, no strain. 4 more. The eyes finding their downward and centered, soft gaze. Move the breath slowly and a small amount at a time. One more. One. Exhale with you. Simple as those are coming together and are coming into the space of yoga. Take a moment, please, with your compassion. Open hands in the lap. Compassion, notice anything that is not feeling good in your body, anything that's troubling your heart or your head. And from that, I realized I was being very quiet and unmiked. So from that place of offering compassion for your body, your heart, and your mind, it allows us to have a beginning place for compassion to grow. In that same space, we can look at gratitude. Grateful for what's functioning well in your body, the good things in your life. Beautiful day, beautiful moon. Find something. There's always something. And allowing gratitude to grow as well as compassion, planting the seeds. Seal your hands and bring them into your heart. And then come out to your legs with your hands. And let's start some movement, starting low in the body, starting with hips. Make sure you're sitting relatively comfortably, and bring your hands all the way up your legs into that crease. That's where your hip joints are, deep inside of you. So moving from there over to the right side. Sweep forward and around over to the left. And across the back, tall spine. Let your hands find a comfortable place to be and continue to move from that place of your hip joints. Some movement and warming up, connecting, Twice more, free breathing and flowing movements. Just breathe. Make your way to center and pause. The other way. Remember to move from the hip joints down low, lengthening the torso out and around. Let it flow. So grounding this particular practice, we're just pressing the legs into the earth again and again. Let it go around another time before coming up to center. Stretch your arms out and up. Circle your wrists both ways. Stretch to the side and touch your shoulder area with your fingers. Draw circles to the front 5 times. Shoulder circling. The circle drawn with the elbows. 4, 5. Just looking for some nice movement there. Go to the back for 1. A little effort in the low belly to support the torso. 4. Grounded in the legs. And 5. Release. And now the neck and the head, right ear towards the shoulder. Ease the chin down towards the chest, over to the other side. Tall across the back. Exploring that a little bit. Tall return to center, find that long spine. And then ear over the other way. Down. Opposite. Tall to the back with a down gaze, down the nose. Let that be your concentration. One more. No harm. Exhale. Warming up in bridge pose. Lie down, legs straight. Place your feet on the ground and your arms beside you. No pillows for this one. Centered and ready. Grounded. Press your feet, lift up slowly, bringing your arms overhead at the same time. If you feel safe, if you don't need them on the ground beside you, just stay grounded in the back of your skull and do that 4 more times. Lift, reach, warming up hips and shoulders and spine, and come down. Let it flow back and forth. Interesting noticing what my feet do in response to this idea. Just notice how your body responds. Once you're up one more time, give it a bit of a stretch across the front hips. Little Jalandhara Bandha. I can hear it in my voice where my chin has my chest close to it, and then bring it on down slowly, slowly as you're ready. Exhale, tone your low belly. Bring your right knee towards your chest and your left. Lots of stillness in the low belly. Bring your arms out like a T. Rest your feet together, maybe your legs together, and bring them over towards the right side. Don't go too far. This is a rotating belly exercise over to the other side, just till you feel a little bit challenged. And explore that a few more times. A little rock. So a revolved twist that doesn't go all the way down, just enough where you can return without straining your low back at all. Using the arms for stability. One more each way. Center. Other side. Center. Hug in the knees. Back and forth rocking. Knees to chest and away. Cross your ankles, hold your shins, knees towards, and then sitting up, rocking up. Make your way around to your hands and knees, please. Starfish fingers, stillness across the low belly, hands and feet round, chest and shoulders broad, long centered spine. Inhale, cat spine, round it, tuck your tail. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Try to keep that awareness in your low belly throughout the practice until I suggest otherwise. Light, energetic tone supports the back. One more time. Inhale, press hands, curl. Exhale, cat, cow. Tuck your toes and come back to soul stretch and eventually puppy pose where your chest bows down into the kneeling play bow. Let the sides of your waist lengthen. Shoulders broad, hands open. One more time, breathing out. Inhale, come up to tabletop for tiger pose. Another flow. Tiger has us. Reach the right leg straight back, gently extending the spine. Inhale, energy there. The exhale, knee comes in, nose goes down, elbows hug in. So all of those points hug together. Inhale, arms straighten, reach your leg. Exhale, curl it in. 3 more. Not throwing your body around, moving with control and fluidity. One more time, try to just spread your hands open and press them. Release and come down. Sit back for a side reaching child's pose. Over towards the right, walk your arms, bring your head down and relax and breathe. One more breath is 5. Exhale completely. Inhale, tabletop, tiger, tiger, second side. Control that reach back, toes point, spine extends. Exhale, pull it into the middle. Inhale, press the hands, lengthen, curl. Last one. Child's pose, side reaching, head down. Let the poses feel good in your body, feel right, not forced, not have to look like anyone else. Not even worrying about that. It's all about how it feels. Breathe out one more time. And come to center. Tuck your toes. Bear pose. 1, 2, calmly. Cover the knees. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up your knees into downward dog. Make some refinements. Exhale, a lion's breath. Open your mouth. Breathe out. Seal the mouth. Breathe through your nose for 1, Would you like to move around? 2. Exhaling for 3. 4. Awakening the back body. 5. Let's stand up at the middle of the mat. So bend your knees and step your feet forward a step or 2. Press hands, come to your feet and stand up with your spine long. Set your shoulders mountain. 2. Feeling the energy of the practice already. 4. So much energy awakened. The vital energy. Bring your hands together. Step to easy wide feet. Just a comfortably widened stance. The gesture of pouring out and letting go. Weaving the fingers, bring out your index fingers only. Hold for a couple breaths at your belly center with that in mind. We don't want to release too much, but we can allow anything that wants to flow away. Just the idea of letting life flow. Exhale. Belly awakens. To support, bringing up the arms out a little, squeeze, breathing in. Breathe out. To your right side, circle line above the waist 2 times. Feel your rib cage rotating. Draw a circle. Here the hands just enough energy to hold them together. Then the circle gets bigger. Add a knee bend as you go around 2 times. Follow your hands with your eyes up to the top, and then 2 more. You can continue with bent knees or try straight leg, big circle. Make your way up to the top with a squeeze and an inhale. Release your hands and float them down with your breath, landing into the center of your belly. The gesture of pouring out and letting go. Second side, thumbs cross the other way. Weave the fingers the other way. Index fingers out. Hold into the belly. 2. And 5. Strong in the belly. Lift the ribs and the face. Big squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften. Don't let go. Second side. 6 circles. And again around. Not worrying about the number. It's not especially auspicious or anything. Come up to the top. When you're ready, breathe in, squeeze, breathe out, arms float down with breath. And into the pranic center, grounding low in the belly. Walk to the front section of your mat. Bend your knees, reach your arms, inhale, sun, gratitude. It is the light of the sun that makes the moon shine bright. Exhale, fold towards your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine to an axial extension. So long neutral spine, hands come up. Exhale, make your way to plank for 1, 2, stability, 4, 5. Bring your knees down where they are. Release your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten the arms. Lift ribs. Pelvis forward, gaze down. Stay, move from your knees back to puppy. Then straighten your legs, downward facing dog. Let your head go all the way down in downward dog. Nabi Drishti, navel focus. Look as close to your navel as you physically can. And then just think about it. Feel the uplift there. Feel the center. One more time, breathe out, uplifted belly is going to help right foot step forward for warrior A, grounding back heel. Stand up, I bring my hands up alongside my lower legs, just making sure that that knee comes over the ankle on the way up. Gradually bring together your hands and reach up. One, let it be a little soft, not the maximum energy. Pull back a little from striving. Inhale, add a little length and energy. Exhale, hands down, leg back, plank. Inhale, upward facing dog from the knees or the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Establish it, second side. Breathe freely as you come up. Maybe letting your hands come up alongside your front leg to center the knee, and then continue the journey of the upreach. Down gaze, lifting the plane of the face, and the gaze is down the nose. The shoulders come up with the arms, but not too much, so there's a little give and take. 4, add a little energy on this last breath, little length, grow slightly, flow through to downward facing dog, leg back, plank, up dog or cow, hike back, step in and bring your head down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders are broad, wrap towards the heart. 5. Halfway lift pose, come forward, lengthen, extend. Exhale, fold towards your legs, tuck your chin. Bend your knees, reach your arms, stand up in Utkatasana. Exhale, standing tall. Sun, Surya, Moon, Chandra. Step to the center of your mat for the moon flow. Hip distance apart and centered. Have an attitude of softness, non-striving, the gentle energy. Standing side bend, bring up your arms, inhale. Side bend over to the right for 1. Keep it soft, 2, 3. Resting the hands together, 4, 5. Center and to the left, 1, 2. Does not need to be a big movement. 3. This variation is challenging. 4, 5. So tummy is strong here. Low back strengthens to bring you up. Exhale, bring your hands down into the gesture of inner listening. Fingers, pinkies together, hands open. Stepping to goddess pose. Step out, both feet turning out. Bend your knees, come down the center with your torso. Bring your hands to your thighs. Bring your right shoulder forward and down. Keep your legs very even. So creating a twist by moving the spine forward and down. Hands on the thighs. 1, 2. One more. Come on up and find center. The other side, legs even. Move your shoulder towards the center in front of you and then downward, customizing a spinal twist. Open hands on the thighs. One more breath. Feet spreading, not gripping. Center spine, straighten legs. Turning in your left foot, so angling it in slightly, coming into a triangle pose. Slowly over and down. Stop at any point. Keep it soft. Reach up and down. Exhale into the belly. Parsvottanasana. Come up from triangle. Turn to face your back with the back of your mat, your right leg, and fold out over that leg. I've created a little space between my feet, side to side, to turn the pelvis and come out into Parsvo. Side lengthening pose, hands to the shin. One more time. Anjaneyasana. So a big transition here to bring the back knee down to the floor into the low lunge. Rising up, guide your knee towards your toes to any degree. Bring up your hands. 1, 2. The softened variation is be here gently. 4, 5. Release your spine and hands. Facing the right side of your mat again, working into the side lunge. So we're starting a transition. So angle your hip, knee, and foot about towards the corner of your mat. Use your hands and come up into side lunge pose. 1. You could always bump up onto fists in a pose like this or use blocks. Exhale. Bring it over to the other side. Turn out your knee, hip, and foot. Side lunge, second side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Toning in the low belly and the pelvic floor, drawing in and up into the body in those areas. Exhale. Anjaneyasana. Face the front of your mat. Bring your back knee down. It's all part of it, all part of the process, coming in and out of things. As is important as the hold. Coming up, let it be soft. Exhale, release your arms. Straighten your back leg. Parsvottanasana, side lengthening pose. 1, 2, 3. Learning to move from your belly center in all things. Coming up, the next pose is triangle. Coming all the way up, let your back foot turn to the side of your mat to bring your pelvis to the side, and then find that side tilt of triangle. Nice and gentle, non-striding triangle. One more. Belly, exhale. Come up, use your feet and legs, rise. Goddess, even it out, bend your knees again. Sweep the right elbow under the left, hug it up, or wrap it up into eagle. Hips low, elbows lift. 1, 2, 3. Hands can rest between the eyebrows. 4, 5. Other side, keep the legs if possible. Don't take a break. If you need to take a break, you could. 1, 2. These plie style squats are really valuable to work on. One more time. Arches of the feet to the pelvis. Then press your legs straight. Open your arms. Come into hip distance feet. Bring your right arm Up and over into side bend. To the left, 1. The other arm hugging into your side this time. 2. It's a little bit more grounded. Exhale. Coming up, find center. Bend your shoulder. Slide your other hand down your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Belly, and then come up. The gesture of inner listening. Seal it to your heart and step forward. Standing back bend. Feet hip distance. Bring your hands to your back pocket zone. Then widen your stance a little bit. Turn out your feet. See if you just feel a broad foundation. Legs grounded. Tall spine. Guide your pelvis forward with your hands. Lift your ribs and gaze down, opening your chest. To your own degree. 1. Learn to go back a little bit. It's okay. You don't have to go far. But let the front body have some openness. Learn how to stay grounded and go back. Coming back up, so bring the pelvis back under and your head last. Face your feet back to the front. Palms up, lunar uttanasana. So this is a nice bendy knee forward fold. Go slowly down. Rest your hands up. Rest your chest on your legs. One more time. With your right leg, step back, bringing the arms on the inside of your leg into lizard pose, so the front leg can do some turn out from your hip. The back knee can come down. Let's give it about 8 breaths. So if you like to do a little movement in this pose, you can explore moving knee, both knees. Add a little bit of a twist by bringing your hand to your front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ardha Hanumanasana. Pull that leg straightish, toes back, fold forward. 1, getting warm. Really let yourself find range of motion. Not super hardworking, just find your way all the way in. Where can you go with this right now? Bend your knee. Place your foot down. Step forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. 1, 2. Knees bent. 5. Lizard pose, second side. Step back to the high lunge. Work to the inside with both arms. Explore angling out your front leg a bit. Okay, hands open. This is a plank. So a little movement possible, optional. 3, 4, 5, and bring your back knee down. Choose a second variation, maybe the wing dragon variation, where you bring that hand to the leg and do a little bit of twist with a tall spine. 2, working deeply but responsibly. Face the ground once again and pull back. Half monkey pose, Hanuman. Toes back, head down. One more. And like we came in, reversing back the same way, bring your foot to the ground, work to the Uttanasana, forward fold. Stand up with strong legs, reach your arms, enjoy that journey, and bring your arms down by your side. A moment to get our heads upright again and standing on one leg. Warrior C, bring your right leg back, toes on the ground, maybe lifting, pointing the toes as you hinge forward. Find a steady spot for your eyes. A place to rest your hands is up to you. And if you come down, come back in. Let's give it just a good long hold till the standing leg gets tired. Make peace with it. Do your best. Let your concentration be strengthened by this practice. Maybe 3 more breaths will be 10. Tadasana, mountain. Virabhadrasana, C. Shift your weight. Warrior C. Toes back, point. So finding that just perfect angle in your front foot and your heel, the spot for your eyes. Hinge forward as you lift your leg or work where you are working right now. 1. Only the effort needed. Press your foot into the floor and strengthen the leg on the standing side is part of it. And using your glutes to lift your legs so it's not just trying to be up without without holding it up. 7, 8, nice. 9, and 10. Mountain. Coming to sit down, coming through a squat. If you'd like, I've been getting my feet wide and do an upward reach with an in breath. An out breath, bring the hands down. So keep going with your hips low if you can. If you're not sure, it's okay to make your way to your seat in another way. I've been practicing this for a while. At some point, my heels come way up. So practice coming up and down from something not as low as the ground to start. Come on down into Baddha Konasana. Hold your feet, rock side to side. Find center, sit up tall. Bring your heart forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming up, breathing in. Release your legs. Forward fish pose. Starting a little restorative finish to our practice. So this can be lying down on your back, maybe with a rolled blanket that's not too thick. One way of doing this is, with the rolled blanket. And what's going to happen is you're going to bring that behind your shoulder blades, and you can do it a little higher or a little lower. Try to find a sweet spot in your spine where that lift feels nice as a counter. I slip my hands behind my head. You could add a pillow there. Let your chest open. Make sure your low back has enough space. Legs could stretch out, they could stay bent, they could come back to the Baddha Konasana shape with the feet together and the knees apart. All right, relax and breathe. Try to take away as much effort as possible, keeping the bandhas lightly engaged for this one, pelvic floor and the low belly. Slow breathing, several more cycles. Deeply exhaling one more time. Bring your legs back upright if they were in Baddha Konasana. Coming off of your support, try to do a minimal effort to come off of that rolled blanket. And now that can become a head support if you like. Apanasana, knees to chest pose. I, I don't usually call it by its Sanskrit name. Apana is the downward energy. It's the energy of exhale. It balances prana with a small p, because prana with a capital P is the vital energy of the body. So prana small p is the upward energy of inhaling, expansion, that sense of rising and opening. And here we have the opposite of that, which is very much needed, the contraction, the emptiness. Letting that energy balance the high energy of the full moon. Slow exhales. If you'd like to add a little bit of rocking movement, try to take away effort. And letting that one go, bringing one of your feet back to the ground for a figure four pose, giving it a nice long hold. So come into something sustainably comfortable. Let yourself drop in. Be here with your body and your breathing. Feel your energy, your senses helping you stay present. If you'd like to soften or explore a little bit of movement for the last little bit here. Exhale, Apanasana, knees in. Lowering the other foot for figure four on the second side. Guiding the top leg in, mindful, compassionate. grateful. Be where you are on this side. Spine centered, eyes quiet, hands quiet. Process of letting go of any extra effort. A little bit longer, that invitation to rock or soften, be present. Exhale, sink the belly. That supports this movement. Legs are strong and heavy, and so it's nice to use your core strength and bring yourself back into Apanasana. One more time. Let's catch the knees and circle on the sacrum a few times. Feeling the low back articulate with that rotation. Go the other way. Circle your knees. Feel how they connect to your pelvis here. That watery nature, that's part of us, that's part of our world. Going with the flow. Lower your legs with your tummy tone. So do that one at a time so that you don't strain. Then stretch out your legs one at a time. Point your toes, reach your arms out, breathe in. Breathe out, belly grounds. Banana pose. Shift yourself, head and feet over to one side of your mat. You can come off your pillow. If it's working for you, you can leave it there. So then catch opposite wrist. You can cross ankles, doing a lengthening of one side of your body. Any irritation or tingling, numbness, that kind of thing means irritation. So the arms would need to just lower until that is eased. Sometimes having them up is just too much. Bring your arms down. If they're up along your ears, bring them into your belly. Feel your breathing a few times. Expand, contract. In the place of the contraction, that helps us find that tone. Breathe above that freely as you release your spine and everything back to center. Second side, scoot your legs over, bring your head over. Make sure your head and neck are comfortably supported. Maybe the arms travel up and the ankles cross. Gently lengthening your side body. So we can be endlessly interested in our breathing, how it feels in this shape, balancing it. And one thing that's happening is we're giving some space for our rib cage on that side that's lengthened. So we Can look for breathing space there if you'd like. Breath might get really gentle and slow in these poses. That's fine. Let it match what's happening. Easing the arms down to the torso to feel the breath a few times. Belly grounding, exhale. Bring your legs and your torso back to center. And let's finish with a twist to each side and then we'll rest. Bring your feet in one at a time. Consider, what do you know about yourself already as far as a lying twist goes? There are lots of ways it can happen. If you're just beginning, just let your belly go over towards the right side, your knees as well. Just let them settle comfortably restful and turn your head the other way. If there's another version of a lying twist that you know and would like to practice, like knees stacked or the top knee down, wrap up your legs. Make sure your head is comfortably supported. I'm gonna go pillow here. Yes. Now the breath along the rotation of the spine. Rest your eyes. Breathe softly once more. Uddiyana, upward flying energy in the low belly. Centering. Other side. Something similar to the first side, like just letting the belly and the legs go easy. Head turns other way. Arms find a place to rest open. Or one on the torso. Just relaxed arms. Relaxed eyes. The light still coming in through the eyelids, like it might have done last night when you were trying to sleep and the moon was all bright. That presence of the sun's energy acknowledged. The idea of illuminating the darkness. Soft exhale again. Keeping a nice restful energy as you return to center and stretch out your legs. Maybe bring your blanket on top of you for some groundedness or cushioning. And now letting the final releasing of our poses come into this shape where we let the body rest. Let go of all effort and holding in your hip joints. Start breathing with your belly, letting go of that stilling of the belly. Eyes softly closed, mouth slightly open, shoulders down, let go. Emptying breaths. It plunges into itself, stone white, mottled with emerald and finished falling forever. It goes on falling, half rain, to a pool in bedrock and turns extravagantly fallen to recover its broken channel through maple and maidenhair, but always falling. Again, again, the same water, having been meanwhile everywhere under the moon, salted and frozen, thawed and upraised, into its cloudy mother of pearl feathers to gather against the mountains, foregathering its own and streaming once more, to fall as it must fall at the verge of understanding, in a roaring downpour, as strange as this very moment, swept over and over. Release your stillness. Part of the philosophy is that the practice becomes part of you, so it has a cumulative effect. Bring with you all the benefits generated. Receive them gratefully into your own heart and your body, your tissues. Share them. All benefits shared with all. Peace, wisdom, light. And then lightly closing the right side of your nose, breathing several rounds through the left. Inhale slowly once more, left side. Exhale, left side. Chandra Padana Pranayama, left channel breathing, nice and calm. Both sides breathe in, hands to the heart, sit tall. Pranamasana. Do this one more regularly. Palms out together, elbows up. Grateful. Apanasana, knees to chest. Thank you for joining me for this practice. Perhaps you'll sit and meditate a bit longer if you feel like it. But the whole thing is meant to be a meditation of movement, especially suited for restless minds, the yoga practice. The poem is Waterfall. You're welcome. David Wagner, he's an American poet, had a moon reference in it. All about flow.